Welcome to Get Glimpse channel. Adding a drop shadow in CapCut is a fantastic way to make your text, overlays, and even cutout subjects stand out, adding depth and a professional touch to your viral edits and your social media content. CapCut offers built-in shadow features for text and more advanced techniques for other elements. Here is a full guide on how to add drop shadows in CapCut. The first method is drop shadow for text, which is easiest and most common. This is the most straightforward way to add a shadow in CapCut and is highly effective for captions, titles, and call to actions. These are the steps to it. First, you need to open your project in CapCut. I have mine open in here. Now we will need to add your text. Go to the text tab option here and then click on add text or drag this default text to your timeline. Type your desired text in the text box here and you can now go ahead and access shadow settings. With the text layer selected on the timeline, look at the right hand properties panel. Under text tab, you will see a section specifically for shadow. You can customize your drop shadow. You will typically find the following customizable options here. We have color, where you can tap or click to choose the color of your shadow. Black or dark gray are usually common, but experiment with colors that complement your video for a more creative look. Opacity is also here. This controls how transparent or solid the shadow is. We have blur, which adjusts the blurriness of the shadow. A higher blur makes the shadow softer and more diffused, while a lower blur creates a sharper edge. We also have distance or offset. This determines how far the shadow is offset from the text. Angle is also key. This changes the direction from which the light source is coming from and affects where the shadow falls as well, e.g. 45 degrees for bottom right, 135 degrees for bottom left. Now refine and apply. Play around with these sliders until you achieve the desired effect. Preview your video to see how the shadow looks against your background. Shadows help text pop against busy or light backgrounds. The second method is creating a drop shadow for cutout subjects or overlays. This is an advanced technique. This method is for adding a shadow behind a person or object that you have removed the background from. It's a slightly more manual process but creates a very professional 3D effect. These are the steps to it. Prepare your subject or overlay. Just import your video clip or image that contains the subject you want to add a shadow to. Now duplicate the clip. Select the clip on the timeline here and use the duplicate function. Just right click the clip here, then copy, then paste it onto a track above the original clip. Place the duplicated clip just directly above the original on a new track like this. Now you can go ahead and remove the background from the top layer. Select the top duplicated clip and then go to video, click on cutout, and then you can choose auto cutout, which is CapCut's AI background removal. If auto cutout isn't perfect or you have a green or blue screen, you can just use this chroma key to manually remove the background. Now, your top layer must show only the subject with a transparent background like this. Now create the shadow layer from the middle or original layer. Hide the top cutout layer temporarily, that is, toggle this visibility off so you can see the layer beneath it. Select the middle layer, that is the original clip, and then duplicate this original clip again. Place this new duplicate directly above the first original clip but below the cutout clip. You should now have cutout layer, new duplicate layer, and this original layer, 3 of them. Turn the new duplicate layer, which will be your shadow, completely black like this. Select this shadow layer like this and then go to the adjustment place here. Go to curves. This is often found here under adjustments. Drag the bottom left point of the RGB or Luma curve all the way to the bottom right. This will make the entire clip completely black, as you can see. Now position and blur the shadow layer and hide the top cutout layer. Select the black shadow layer. This is the one here you have just made black. Slightly move and reposition this black layer by dragging it in the preview window here. Move it a little down and to the side to create the shadow effect behind your main subject. Just play with it like this one. And then you can add blur. Go to Effects tab, search for blur or motion blur under Layers on desktop here. Drag the blur effect onto your black shadow layer adjust the blur intensity in the effects settings. A softer blur looks more realistic. Now adjust the shadow opacity and blending. You can just select the black shadow layer again, go to basic properties, right hand properties panel here, under video, and then basic. Adjust the opacity slider, lower the opacity to make the shadow more subtle and blend naturally with the background. Typically 30 to 60% is key or works well. Blend mode is also here. Experiment with blend modes, e.g. darken or multiply on the shadow layer to achieve different shadow appearance. You can now refine position and playback. Play back your video to ensure the shadow aligns well with the light source if apparent and the movement of your subject. Adjust the position as well, blur and opacity until it looks natural and effective. Now these are some of the tips for viral drop shadows and social media edits. Contrast is key. A drop shadow works best when there is good contrast between your main element and its background. Match lighting as well. If your video has a clear light source, try to make your shadow fall in a consistent direction. Text readability is key. Shadows significantly improve text readability, especially over busy video backgrounds. Experiment with color, combine with animation, animate your text or cut out subject, and the shadow will animate with it, adding another layer of visual interest. By mastering these drop shadow techniques in CapCut, you can elevate your video edits, making your content more polished, visually appealing, and primed to capture attention on social media. Yeah, that's all about it. Thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.